Time. Time is what every teenager feels they can never get enough of, but yet we all have 24 hours in a day. From juggling our school life, our social life, our hobbies, and our never-ending family obligations, it seems to be like time slips away too quickly. This talk explores how time is more than just constant ticking seconds, but a valuable resource we need to own and manage wisely. Is it me, or is time an illusion? Or does time actually just get faster the older we get? Scientists say this is a psychological phenomenon. When we are younger, our experiences are new and richly detailed, thereby making it feel like time goes on forever. But as we get older, our experiences now become routine, thereby no longer giving us the pleasure they once did, making time feel fast. Our perception of time also matters. A fixed mindset views time as out of one's control, causing stress and anxiety when pressure mounts. Take, for example, a student who decides to start preparing for an exam the night before. He or she is obviously going to feel stressed, not because there wasn't time, but because they lacked preparation. While in contrast, we have the growth mindset, which is one where you view time as something you can own and manage. Take, for example, a student who decides to schedule study sessions and breaks. He or she is not going to feel pressured when an exam comes because they are prepared. Today's teenagers face intense academic demands, spending 2 to 3 hours a day on homework, then spending 7 hours on social media and other extracurricular activities, then proceed to spend 6 grueling hours in school. But in my case, 8. That's already 18 hours of my day. So let's say I wake up at 6 in the morning. That's already 24 hours if my math is correct. So please tell me where the time for me to do any other thing comes from, because last time I checked, we only had 24 hours in a day. Social media doesn't make things better, fostering a culture of constant comparison. We teenagers know that most of the things we see on social media is just a fake persona that people try to portray to make you feel inadequate. But yet, we still try to get it because of the feeling that we have to feel among. Which seems to undermine the role that parents and family have in the life of every teenager. Whenever something goes wrong, the first place we go to throw blame at is social media. We say social media caused this, social media caused that. Or analogies like back in my day when we didn't have all this social media, this would have never happened. But it's not that it never happened, it's just that you were not informed. Today, we see parents who place high expectations on us, which are sometimes really unrealistic. We see parents who don't understand us or genuinely just don't want to. We see parents who don't support us. This all depends on the type of family you grew up in. I grew up in a family where it seemed like my grades put food on the table or money in their bank accounts. I could come home with a 99% just to hear my father tell me that, wow, he has a really generous son, because I've started giving out marks. Because my mates who are getting 100%, do they have 2 heads? Like, he doesn't already know the answer to that. Or when I invite him for my prize giving day, he tells me that, hope it's not that I'm coming to be a spectator for other people's children, because how will I come and sit down and just be clapping for other people's children? But all of this essentially just makes it feel like I have a mountain on my shoulders. I get it, I owe it to them after spending millions of naira on my education. But still, all of this essentially piles up and thereby causes anxiety and stress. We have practical tools that we teenagers can actually use and regain our time. Tools like the Eisenhower matrix, which basically just helps you prioritize your schedule based on level of urgency. That is, from least important to most important. Another tool is practicing mindfulness, which is basically just being aware of your present. It might sound cliche, but it's actually a really powerful tool. We teenagers seem to dwell more on past and future concerns, forgetting that we actually don't have control over it. I can already hear someone in the crowd saying, you can actually control your future, but to actually control your future, you have to control your now. And a tool I cannot seem to overemphasize on is rest. Teenagers need 8 to 10 hours of sleep every night, but I don't think anyone actually adheres to that rule. And that just makes it feel like we're using our phones on 1% battery. It just won't last. In the words of my mother, when you don't sleep, your body will have to pay for it because you cannot cheat nature. And she's right. We are still growing, meaning our brains are still developing. So we can't be using our brains 24/7. Where does the time come from for your brain to rest and develop? So when you don't sleep, you're actually reducing the rate at which your brain develops, which I think for a growing child is not ideal. And when I say rest, I don't essentially mean you need to sleep. From doing things you love, like jamming on your guitar or doodling on your sketchbook or learning a new trick, you're essentially resting because you are doing something that benefits you. Finally, remember that everything starts with a step. Practice mindfulness, rest. Your time will come, so when it does, just be ready. And after you apply all of this, I just need time becomes I have time. Tick, tock. Thank you.